Prostitution occurs all over the world. It occurs in Thailand, Brazil, Malaysia, China, Germany, and many other countries. However, I'm going to focus on illegal woman prostitution that occurs in the United States. Prostitution is illegal in the US, with the only exception, Nevada. There are only a few parts in Nevada where prostitution is legal. However, illegal prostitution still occurs in many parts of the US. Just like how drugs are illegal but people still do them, prostitution works the same way. Parts of the US where illegal prostitution occurs include San Diego, Seattle, Dallas, Denver, Washington, D.C., Kansas City, Miami, and Atlanta. Let me define a few terms. Prostitution is the exchange of sexual acts for money, food, drugs, or other things. A pimp is usually a guy who is the boss, who is in charge of a group of prostitutes. A pimp tries to convince or recruit women to be prostitutes under him to make more money. The clients who pay the prostitutes are called johns. Although prostitution is illegal, it comes in many forms. There are three main types of prostitution in the US. The first one is street prostitution, which is when prostitutes loiter around in the streets, corners, benches, parks, and other public spaces and try to get people to agree to pay them for sex. This is one of the most dangerous types of prostitution, and prostitutes earn a relatively low income. The second one is escort or call prostitution, which is when prostitutes are contacted through the phone by their customers. They may be under an escort agency, or they can even have their own website and be independent prostitutes. The customer or john have to make an appointment to meet up. Call prostitutes can be paid better if they demand more money, and it is also safer than street prostitution. The third one is brothel prostitution, which is when there is a place, the brothel, for people to go into and request some sex service with the prostitutes. These brothels are legal in some areas, such as Nevada, and are much safer. However, there are also many illegal, unsafe brothels in other parts of the US. In places where illegal brothels are held, they may describe the establishments as bars, massage parlors, saunas, spas, or strip clubs. The pay for the prostitutes and brothels are moderate. Many people do not understand that prostitution is not safe and is one of America's most dangerous professions. The death rate is 204 prostitutes for every 100,000. Prostitutes, especially street prostitutes, are attacked on average. Female sex workers are also the ones who are usually caught and arrested compared to the johns or pimps. Sometimes police officers disguise themselves as a john to catch these prostitutes and arrest them. There is also a risk of STDs and other diseases which may be transmitted. If prostitutes are attacked, they usually find themselves unable to report it to the police in fear of getting arrested for illegal prostitution or for other illegal consequences, in fear of having their children taken away, or do not want to be judged and feel ashamed. People may find this surprising, but prostitutes can get raped. This is especially true for street prostitutes. They can get pulled into a random car and raped without the consent, or get tricked into getting in a car but being forced to have sex without getting compensated. This includes the police as well. Many people may blame the prostitutes for selling their body for money. However, many do not realize that most prostitutes may have entered the business because of income issues. They may have children at home who they need to provide for. They may need money to pay for bills. They may have lost their job and are struggling to get by, or have been homeless. Many people may not realize, but a lot of money goes through the sex industry. Atlanta's sex trade was worth $290 million in 2007. For Miami's, it was worth $235 million, and for Washington, D.C.'s, it was worth $103 million. However, although all this money is going through the sex industry, it may not be the prostitutes themselves who are getting rich, but the ones in charge, the pimps and the escort agencies. Although the prostitutes themselves are the ones luring in the money from the customers, depending on who their boss is or how generous they are, they may have to give most of that money to the ones in charge. That is why the few prostitutes who are independent make much more. There is no one in charge of them to make them give what they earned. But honestly, it really depends on how many customers they get every day as well. They may do really well on one day, but may not get most customers on another day. Pimps tries to recruit new prostitutes and control them by using forms of coercion or fraud. They try to recruit someone by using words based on the observations regarding personal needs and vulnerability of the individuals. They claim to get a larger share of the money than prostitutes because they are the ones using their brain and getting the prostitutes to work. They're the ones who recruited them. I find this ironic because prostitutes are the ones who are risking their lives. They can get caught by the police and arrested, while the pimps just lay back and watch. Prostitution is an important issue. Many women die and are abused because of illegal prostitution. There are many dangers as listed above. This is a reason why many want to make prostitution legal as a solution because it can make prostitution much safer since the sex workers will not have to sneak around and be controlled by the pimps. People argue that if prostitution becomes legal, not only will it be safer for prostitutes, but the adults can decide to have consensual sex. But is it really alright for these women to be selling their bodies for money? Legalizing prostitution can give rights to the women who may want or need to have sex for money. However, people also argue that it can also make prostitution much more dangerous, increasing crimes such as rape and global human trafficking. In conclusion, prostitutes can make a lot of money. However, there are many risks involved. Their income may vary based on how many customers they get and who their boss is. They are also at risk of getting transmitted diseases. They may get attacked by anyone, whether it be a white, black, or Asian man, a lawyer, doctor, or even a cop. The main reason women become prostitutes is because of money. There are some that just want to make easy money, but there are many that need to pay their bills to survive. But illegal prostitution is a dangerous job, and prostitutes may find themselves to be feeling happy, lonely, or ashamed. They can make good money and buy their brand-named bags and shoes, or feed their family and have a place to live. But along with that comes the consequences of feeling ashamed or being at the risk of being put in jail. They may have no one to rely on but themselves because of the danger that comes along with the sex industry.